Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Advanced Wars Days Ruin Tiny Wars replay. Spawn on top left side as the purple Lynn, we got Plague. Spawn bottom right side as the red Tabitha, we got Clowbox. And something I want to point out as well, there's not exactly left or right. It's 3 base location. This is going to be a painful thing to cast, isn't it? It is a W of bases where there's 1 base and temporary airport here with a full airport, 2 bases in the center, another base and airport on the flanks. So I have no idea how this is going to go. Tabitha, of course, unchanged with cartridge counterpart, has standard boarding cost, 0 expansion radius, 30, 60, 60. All units in the CO zone get plus 60, and of course, for superpower, you get a star meteor. For Lynn, has unchanged the cartridge counterpart as well. Standard boarding cost, 1 radius, 30, 60, 60. All units get plus 10, plus 10. Ground units get plus 20, plus 20. And of course, get plus 2 vision, in case see through hiding places. Which this map is not Fog of War. There's a good number of properties on this map, and it's also 4 base. Or 4 factory. I forgot they actually adopted the name Factory in Days of Ruin, which actually is a bit more fitting. Just Factory was also a bit more of a structure in Advanced Wars 2. You have a bike on the field. With 4 bases, you're going to need decent amount of income to supply them all. You need 6,000 for infantry. Both players at 8,000. Of course, pay an extra 1,000, you get a bike. Or a mech. And some map, there's actually not this. Only a handful of hiding spots other than the seas themselves. Wait, this is not Fog of War. Ugh, my mind's fried. But there's a good amount of wastelands there, so it's going to be rough moving even for tracked vehicles. So there's a good number of force on the left flanks and right flank as well. Battlecopter down here, so the first unit to apply some pressure, which Lynn could counter with either Duster or Anti-Air, probably Anti-Air. Anti-Air in the center, and infantry in the other bases. CO's the battlecopter there. Oh, anything that Tower could be loaded up to becomes hyper lethal, including Dusters. Looks like she's going to charge forward, so getting some kills here. Lynn needs to apply Anti-Air. Honestly, against Tabitha's battlecopter, no, it's too expensive to go for a Duster. Dusters are quite expensive at 13,000, so Anti-Air has to be here. Well, there's 10 energy for Tabitha. We have a tank, another tank down here. 19,000 funds. We need, I guess, 24 or for 3 tanks, 21s, but for 3 tanks and infantry, a decent amount of money with 4 bases. 4 base changes a lot of math. So both players are catching up a decent number of properties. Mech, infantry, and tank. There, oh, Tabitha's going straight into range to Anti-Air. She's going to take a bit of flak. Looks like I got another tank down here, another battlecopter over here. Took a bit of damage, but of course you can just join there. If she gets to +1 radius, she becomes far more lethal. Not only for herself, but to make her a few friends she may have befriended. Another tank mech. There was a base skip up here last turn. Tank mech, infantry, battlecopter mech. Falls back, joins there. Tank power pushing its way forward. I thought the tank would be pursuing the anti-air, keeping it at bay. Battlecopter, tank, anti-air, infantry, and infantry. And clearly the airport cleared out infantry. Double battlecopter up here. We do have anti-air for defense. Courses of the river. We have now Lincio tank here. We also have another anti-air in the center. Try and box in Tabitha's battlecopter. Get some of those units. Good strike over there. Tabitha's now 26 energy. Tank gets a good shot there. Going for the H2 capture, but of course it'll be 3 turns, in which she gives a little bit of extra time to work with. Yep, 2 turns to stop that. Anti-air falls back entirely. Battlecopter heading down south, hits the tank there. Looks like squadron battlecopter just heading down south to help interrupt. Couple picks there, picks off some infantry units and bikes and all that sort. Tank infantry. Base skip up here. Duster and bike there. Duster's just meant to counter Tabitha's battlecopter. Drops the capture a little bit further. 5 capture progress remaining. Let's see, we do have a bike, tank, anti-air, and anti-air. Does hit that infantry unit there, hits the tank there. Duster, tank, infantry, mech, and base skip up there once again. Landing serve 134,000, Tabitha starts to serve 108. Duster, tank, infantry, and base skip. Duster pushing down south was in range of the anti-air. Tabitha still has 26 energy, unable to get another power charge going just yet. Oh, we got a full fighter up here. Infantry. And base skips up there once again. Did she benefit from getting that base there, or just forfeiting it? She may be just forfeiting it. Though a couple anti-tanks here could be very nice. One behind the mountain, one top of the city. Remember, the ruins only provide one defense star. They are absolutely equal to planes, other than they can hide units. Infantry. And anti-air. And another Duster. Right now, Lynn has 29,000, 26,000. Fighter heading to the center. More units just rotating around. Tabitha's turn. Lynn to go for a medium tank up here. Let's clean up that unit. Looks like Lynn's starting to make some good pressure up here. If she does secure everything up here, she's priming for income. Don't think she would be deploying too much from the space. Airport, however, could be nice to flank over here. Base has a long road to get anywhere. Looks like overall Tabitha's just getting cornered, and that's not good. She's basically surrendering a sixth of the map. Her opponent will have 2/3 of the map, while she just only has 1/3. Does get some good shots there. Another battlecopter and tank. Now let's go for tank up here. Artillery and infantry. I wonder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A missile will lock down this airport. Interesting if you park it right here. Granted, it can easily be artillery. Honestly, if Tabitha's retained being quite defensive, missiles here could be quite nice to help displace those aircraft. Not to mention rockets as well. Lynn's, of course, losing this corner. Tabitha will have 2/3 of the map. Does interrupt the HQ capture. Does her in the center. Battlecopter hits a battlecopter down south. Interrupts the capture up north, and again. Another fighter. Larry now has 121 on the field versus 178. So that's 2,000 more income, even though Tabitha is making excellent gains up here. Base is effectively locked down. Not going well for Lynn, I would say, even though it's statistically she is ahead, but doesn't feel like it. You gotta be very careful with Tabitha's superpower. She's very close to +1 radius, which means she can attack, get the increased zone, then the 2 tiles next to her can also help break through a wall. Infantry. Medium tank battlecopter here. There's a bike over here. Another mech down south. Missile there. Missile know where it's at, for know where it's not. And Tabitha's going to start capturing up all these properties up north. Lynn has to do something, to say the least. Maybe eye for some outlying properties. I mean, there's some despicable neutral properties here. Down south, she could try claiming as well. Infantry bike. It says 21,000 funds. Right now, I think a rocket or anti-tanks would be very nice to help choke up the center of the map. There is a bit of a choke point here, so some anti-tanks up behind it would be very nice to stop the advance. This infantry unit down south. You have an anti-tank, duster, mech. And of course that stuff is not online anymore. Tabitha's capturing a good amount of properties right now. She's going to have, what, 40,000 to 20,000 income relatively soon. Tabitha's still just holding on over here, just denying that region. Lynn has unable to crack that region. It is avoiding the missile here. Tabitha needs to get out a artillery here to keep the missile at bay. A rocket wouldn't be half bad either. There's 32 energy. Also here is actually getting low on fuel, 20 fuel remaining. Luckily there is also a temporary airport for her to utilize. Let's pick off some units down there. Another battlecopter here and here. Tank there. Lynn's turn. CO tank down to 6 fuel. Gets a hit there, up to 42 energy. We do have a war tank now, anti-air mech medium tank. And lastly, these products being captured up north. Bit of front shift towards the center. Tabitha can start trying to advance out with a number of fighters and missiles in the way for all the aircraft. Medium tanks could advance a little bit better. But Lynn has quite a force here. Those surrounded. War tank up north, infantry, medium tank down here. Infantry down south. Unit numbers getting quite high, 64 versus 51. Maybe Plague's doing what I've been thinking, slowly creep towards the opposing side's HQ. Possibly. The game's not going advancing all that quick, that's for sure. Just sitting around. Head to the temporary port there. And it looks like it's starting to rotate around back over here to this brick of units. The meteorite here has been cleaned on up, so the medium tank war tank can advance to this region as well. Yeah, it looks like he may have forced his opponent out, keeping the distance. This is very widespread, and now going to be contracting back on in and then pushing forward to try to go crush through this area quickly. There's a lot of mass there. Tabitha still has her battlecopter there with 26 energy. Just need a little more power charge and she will get her CO zone. In the turn after that, she could easily get her superpower and nuke that formation. Does set the artillery. Bike, infantry, bike, fighter. The top of the finally goes for a full fighter now. Capture some of these outlying properties is actually quite important. 27,000 versus 33,000 income. Lens closer to superpower, but with how congested everything is, may not be super necessary. Medium tank, infantry, medium tank. We have a bomber heading down south for the winter. Capture some of these properties up here. I suppose mechs and infantry could start making their advance towards the airport and base the mountain way. Get some alpine troops up there. Tabitha pushing forward, does get a pair of kills there, up to 46 energy, make that 56 energy. And that's all the energy she will get this turn. Double taps the Duster, Duster hits Duster. Here we go, got the conflict going. Lynn will get her superpower next turn, Charge hits the mech there. Battlecopter down to 36 or 38 fuel. Infantry, infantry, battlecopter, infantry, infantry. And war tank. Linmate has to be very careful about the possible firestorm next turn. Hits the nope, Tabitha goes down, the missile got a good strike there. Everything's starting to disintegrate. She will collapse on in over here, but Tabitha's making good progress up north. There you go, CO zone move. Duster hit the battlecopter. Fighter hits the Duster. Got battlecopter, medium tank, infantry mech. I could seal the war tank up north. I'm not sure what she should seal. Should be annoying while anti-tank down south. Just stall her opponent. Does seal the war tank up north. Ready for some war. But there's a lot of property she can claim up in the center now. Battlecopter, battlecopter, infantry, infantry, tank, infantry, and another infantry down south. Battlecopter goes down, hits the infantry unit twice. Start catching up that city there. Medium tank battlecopter up north here. The mech infantry down south. And then right now it's at 339,000 for 257. Losing that force down there was quite decisive. And of course, Lynn's force is a little bit scattered. Tabitha may need to charge forward and clean up the stuff up quickly before the rest of these forces can regroup. But right now she does have better income, 37,000 versus 23,000. Oh, something got deleted, or there was a unit here, right? Got a anti-air duster, artillery, and maybe basic regular tank. And anti-air. Does merge those two fighters together. Just a couple captures there. Bomber could be struck by this fighter if there's nothing right here. I mean, tank or anti-air can get right there. Nope, it gets fully surrounded. Probably rank boost, yeah, the veteran C, because right now she is still at maximum power. But it was off in the corner as well, so it was right there, so wouldn't be donating veteran C too much, if anything. Let's set free the fighter. Battle company charges way forward, and oh, Tabitha resigns. Oh, that was a long game. Even though it was only 25 turns. This ad grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.